Hello.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
How are you? That music, we know we have to be on our best behavior when the little song comes on.
Yeah. Put the phone down.
I put my beer down. I'm just hello, everyone.
Yes. Hello, everyone.
So,
Hi,
have you guys? Well, Amber, this is a Happy New Year. It's
yeah, Happy New Year.
year.
I've missed you.
Yeah, we missed you too, as is I'm sure everybody here. The comments are coming in. My gosh, I'm trying to get to the Fabiola's with us.
Hi.
Hello, Cynthia. Shay, yes, Fridays are awesome. Olga, hello. Kay, hello, everyone.
Jennifer is asking what's on deck today. Cheers, Marlon. It's 12 o'clock here. Hello. Greetings to Michigan. Hello, everyone.
Hello. So in the past, we found that 3 projects is a little bit much. So I'm sitting out today. I'll be reading your comments. If you have questions, post away. And Han and Amber will be working. Are you want to share first what you're doing, or how you want to work it? You have a picture? Do you want to do a spiel?
I don't have a picture. This was again last minute. No, I'm not doing those. Well, we'll see how what I have planned is gonna go. But there is part of what you showed included in the project. Okay. So I found some spare cookies.
Oh, you found some. Well, we always have.
Yeah, I wanted to. I'm loving this shape. It's such a versatile shape.
The heart?
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
No. I'm doing snow globe.
Oh, cool.
I'm doing a snow globe. So we'll see how that goes. It's last minute.
Amber usually goes first. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I forgot to bring my stuff over here. I have to go get it.
Oh, so Han,
okay.
you're.
It's right here.
Oh, okay. I can do this step. So that's
first though. Here, I'll do the spiel. So Han has her cookie kits at Global Belly. So she has this pizza kit. She has this waffle kit, and you can order that.
Okay.
What did you say?
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Okay. And so she has her kits. Is it this one here? This is the link to her kits. So she has a few available. And let me take the picture away. Let me add your hands. Here, I'm going to switch.
Today, I'm going to first prepare some transfers.
Okay.
Oh, we forgot to thank Stars.
Oh, we did. So, Han, you got another minute. So, okay. I changed the size, I think. See, let me go to this. Is this bigger? Yeah, this is better, I think. So, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for sending stars and super chats.
Yes, I have another picture here too. This one here, I'm going to hide it. So thank you very much to everyone who sent stars to us. We appreciate it. Thank you for the generosity. It's awesome. And
Jeremy made it.
Yay.
He almost wasn't going to be here, but we're glad you're here.
Do we have stencils? Yes, we have a couple of stencils. Han's working though with that's a template for Royal Icing transfer.
This is a template. I put it into a sheet protector. Can you guys guess what these are?
No.
Clovers?
So these are little peppers.
Oh.
And you guys like pepper slices.
They're little
I'm sorry?
They're little jalapenos?
No, I don't really like hot peppers. These are sweet bell peppers.
Okay.
So what I did, I placed this is a wax paper. And ever since I posted a video like 2 or 3 days ago on my Instagram, how I made these pizza cookies, I got tons of messages about transfers and how some people are having trouble getting them off the
surface.
paper.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess in every country you can have different types of baking powder. Now the wax paper that I'm using, it's slightly coated with something, so I don't necessarily have problems getting it off. If you do have trouble with the wax paper, then maybe you want to switch to parchment, and hopefully that will resolve that issue for you. So what I'm gonna do, I'm using green real icing, and I'm just going to follow the outline here. And this icing is pretty fluid. It's not like flat consistency, but it's like marshmallow fluff.
Mm.
And you can make these ahead of time. And then you can use them to decorate your pizza cookies. Okay, so once that's dry, and these will take maybe 2-3 hours to dry because they are so small. Once that's dry, this is what they're gonna look like when you remove them from the paper.
Oh, cute. So they're like
See?
sliced peppers. That's adorable.
So these are ready to go. Then the next thing we're gonna make are pepperonis. So for the pepperonis, I'm just gonna use 2 shades of red. I have dark red, and then this is slightly lighter. And we're going to again place a piece of wax paper on top of the sheet.
Where's the template, Han?
Template, I will hopefully have that up on the blog, but currently it's available with the kit that I'm offering over at Global Belly.
Okay.
The pizza kit. And you would continue like that until the end of the row. I'm just going to speed up the things a little bit. So while that's wet, we're going to add dots. So I'm going to do 5 dots on each. And then again, you have to let this dry. Now these will take slightly longer to dry. So I would give these at least 6 hours or so. And then once they are dry, this is what they're going to look like. So I've got them all here. And you can make all kinds of different toppings as well. You can make mushrooms, olives. And these are really cute, and even kids can use them to decorate their cookies. So the next step, and then I think we're going to have Amber decor. Next step is I'm going to be using snow globe cookies today. And this is going to be a Valentine's Day project, believe it or not. So what we're going to do, we're going to ice the bottom first. And then I'm going to let it crust slightly. And then we'll flood the top. So for the bottom, you can see here, my piping bag. Is Jeremy watching?
Yeah.
Probably. I'm going to just quickly show you how you can quickly stop up the bag. So I'm going to push the bag, push the tip. So I have a larger opening here, and then I'm just going to put it in. And then what you do, you basically just push the icing out.
So you just killed the suspense of today's live.
Yes, no. I think I don't want to be a repeat. So you can tell when the bag is weakened because it stretches a little bit. So this bag is a bit sturdier. I think this is a Borderlands Bakery. So to cut the bag, as always, find a seam and press it in the middle. If you see the seam, you press it in the middle, and then you can cut across. Try to do a straight cut. Don't go like this, or don't cut here. It's better to cut a smaller opening at first, and then you can make it bigger. Okay, and here's my cookie.
Disappointed. He's disappointed.
He's disappointed.
Yeah, you wanted to see a mess.
Sorry. But you can imagine with the red, if the red exploded, it would be a significant mess.
Mm-hmm.
I can't figure out what you're doing. Usually I can see it. I can't see it. Can you guess, Amber, what she's doing? She making an actual gumball machine?
I just thought it was going to be a snow globe, but probably not.
Oh, it is gonna be a snow globe.
Oh, okay.
But when you think about it, the snow globe, I mean, you can put anything in a snow globe,
Yeah,
correct? Yeah. So that's why I've used this shape to make football cookies. I had a football post here and a football.
Oh, yes.
You can really do a lot of things with it. Okay, now you have to let this crust, and it will crust maybe 20, 30 minutes. I've got my second cookie ready to go. So now we're just going to ice the top. And I'm going to use white and blue. I'm only going to use like blue on the edges a little bit, and then we will blend it in with a stripe tool. So again, I'm cutting my piping bag here. And then this one is cut, so I don't need to cut that one.
Who was it? Charisse is asking about your red for the base there. Is that just super red?
It's it's believe it or not, straight from a bottle.
But super red? Is it called?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a super red from Emery Color brand.
June's here.
Hey, June. How is the construction going? June is having her studio done.
Oh, that's amazing. Awesome.
I think she said today they were putting up walls, I think, if I remember correctly.
That's exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yes, eventually your cookie supplies start taking over the house, so you need a separate space.
At least my husband stopped like pestering me to purge and get rid of stuff. Now it's like I'm legit, so he can leave me alone. My stuff can stay.
Yeah.
June says the walls are on Monday.
On Monday, excellent. Anything exciting happening in Canada?
Well, we're really it's pretty quiet in comparison to what's happening across the border. We've got like whiplash looking over across the border, seeing what's happening. So that's what our focus is like. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of action.
Yeah.
So we're quiet in our little corner. Amber's like, no comment. Right? I mean, CNN must be loving it. They got content galore.
What a mess. Anyway.
Well, our water main broke today, so.
Oh.
Well, much less, it's bad, but less controversial.
Yeah. So, what is that?
Actually, I should have said it's not really. It doesn't really directly affect us. Only that the water is in the backyard, and they will probably have to do some major construction in the back. But it actually affects the port here because that's their source of water. So now I did the snow globe. I mean the glass part. You can extend the blue even in a center if you wanted to, but I'm just gonna keep this one like that. And then this has to dry, or at least crust well. I've got my, this is well crusted. I actually put this in the oven. I have an oven with a fan running at 30 degrees of Celsius. How much is that Fahrenheit? 30 degrees of Celsius is very low temperature, very, very low. And it's been running like that for a while, maybe 30 minutes, so it's pretty dry. And now I'm going to attempt to do a crust on a pizza. I actually have seen this is an actual snow globe that I saw online. maybe 2 hours ago, and I thought, oh, it's really cute, so why not? And so I'm going to do a crust first, and the crust is going to be in a shape of a heart. So I'm going to start here at the bottom.
Hey, Byron.
And I'm going to first do my outline, and then I'm going to make it a bit thicker. Okay, so it's not really perfect, but it's okay because the crust, it can be a little wonky.
Exactly. Don's asking about my metal box in the back. Yes, it is a tool, a thing. Normally, I think you'd see it in a garage or in a workshop, but it's in my kitchen.
Okay, so I kept this icing is pretty thick. I didn't want it to be too thin. Here you can see the difference. This one was a bit thinner. So this one is already crusted. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the sauce part. So the sauce, I'm only going to add that on the edge here, and then I think Amber can probably take away and start her project. Then I'm gonna let this crust again, and then I'll do the cheese part, and then we'll add some sprinkles. So that's for me for now, and then I'll continue after Amber is done.
All right.
All right. I'll take your hands out. I'll put Amber's in. Let's just.
Thank you.
2 seconds. Do we have any questions before we move on? I have no idea. Buffering. I don't know if I should delete it. Concept to execution, 2 hours. Pro move.
Mm-hmm.
And then your Celsius to Fahrenheit, it's 86. Hello, Claudia from Italy. Oh, sorry if we're having sound issues. We're both on Facebook and on YouTube. So if you have problems on YouTube, switch over to Facebook maybe. So Amber, I see a heart there. Is that chocolate?
This is a chocolate heart. I'm going to be making this lacy rose design.
It
Oh,
all
beautiful.
looks like velvet.
Yeah, okay, so I'm using powdered food coloring to paint it, and it has that kind of like velvety texture.
When it dries, it looks like velvet.
Yeah, that's why I love it so much. It's nice.
Oh,
It's a nice
wow.
matte finish.
Very cool.
So this was actually one of my Halloween ideas. I was going to put it on like a kind of a gothic gown, but I ran out of time for that season. So I was looking through my cookie inspiration folder and I found this, so I thought I would use it for Valentine's Day.
Very nice.
All right. So
I see you do those flowers often, but they're always small. Is it something that needs to be small because it's such like a whimsical design, or would you paint them bigger ever?
No, I actually just did. I'll go grab it. Hold on. So you can do like, I painted this today. So like a very large watercolor flower.
Very nice.
Compared to the teeny tiny one.
So which, Harissa is asking, which brand of dust are you using?
I'm using Crystal Colors dust, which is an edible color dust. This color is called Black Coal. So this is on sugarpaste.com. You can get them on Amazon, but they're like 3 times the price or something like that. So if you go to sugarpaste.com, you'll see tons of colors. And I also use this brand of gold. So they have like, tons of colors, great for painting and great for dusting. So that's what I'm using for this. So I'll start out by flooding the cookie, and I'm using red 15 to 20-second count icing and a tip number 3. I'm using super red also, just like Hen was using, but this one is a Chef Master brand. Oh, and I did actually add a little bit of black to this. And then I'll use my spread tool.
Is the cutter Anne Clark?
Yes. This
I
is
like
the
that shape when it's tapering down into a point.
Yeah. 3 1/4 inch heart from Anne Clark cookie cutters.
I think I'm going to put my my cookies into the oven.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah,
They dry.
so it dries. It's pretty cool here.
We didn't show Amber, but you've put your heart cutter to a good use here. These are your Global Belly.
Oh yeah. So
Valentine's
those are all the kits, and I also have a class coming up that you can sign up for. So this heart cookie cutter is what I use to make all those hearts that you see there. So if you go to my Global Belly store, you'll see all those kits and my cookie mix, my icing mix, and my upcoming class that you can sign up for. It's a live class. It'll be
January. I saw January
31st.
the 31st of January.
It's a live class.
Is there a limit? Do you have a capacity limit?
I think it's 50. So somebody was asking why I added, oh yeah, why did I add black? Because I felt like the red by itself was too like kind of orangey, very bright. I just wanted to tone it down a little bit, so I added black to that.
And then you have another question, your consistency.
I use 15 to 20 second count consistency, somewhere in there. Oh, good.
It's 30 degrees of Celsius, Olga. What's 30 degrees? 30 degrees. 30 degrees Celsius. It's 86 degrees. Sorry.
And wait, I forgot why we were talking about the temperature.
It was because I was putting my using my oven to speed up the crusting.
Oh, so that's the temperature you use.
So it's the lowest setting that ovens lets me use. So it's 30 Celsius. So that's 86. However, I wouldn't. It's not something actually that I would recommend on daily, like if you're doing cookies a lot, because I did it in the past and I found that there was lots of butter bleed.
Yes, that's why I try to avoid.
Yeah, there was lots of butter bleed. I used it with the other oven. I don't know if this oven will see, but there was significant butter.
Okay, so this had to dry overnight. So that's totally dry. I did this one yesterday. So when you're painting on cookies, you want to let it be. You want to let it dry totally, because you could damage the icing if it's not dry all the way through. So now
I have a question from Carice. She's asking, is black always best to use? Mute stronger, brighter colors, or ivory?
I guess it depends on the color that you're making. So if you're doing like a lighter color, like a pink, I might add maybe brown to that, or even a little bit of blue. But for darker colors, black is pretty much always safe, because you're not going to when you're doing a light color, it's very easy to make it turn gray if you add black to it. So you know what I mean? So it's kind of something that you do have to experiment with. So like if you're, just make a small amount of the color that you're trying to make, so that you don't ruin a whole thing. Okay, so I've got my paints here. This is the black dust mixed with 151 proof vodka. So you want to use really strong alcohol. You can use vodka or grain alcohol. Because if you use water, you can use water, but then you run the risk of damaging the icing. So this evaporates really quickly, so that way you don't have to worry about ruining your icing as you're painting. So I've got a little bit of dust in here and like mostly liquid. This one is mostly dust to make it darker. So this one's just more concentrated. And I'm gonna use this concentrated dust to paint the roses. And then the other one I'm gonna use for the leaves, which you'll see. So maybe I'll get a little bit closer here. Okay. I'm using a fine tip brush. I'm going to start in the middle. So I'm just doing really small strokes to start out with, and then some longer ones as I move down.
Can you reuse the dust once the alcohol evaporates, or does it change?
No, you can reuse it. It works the same. I find that with dust you can do that, but with food coloring, when you're doing this technique, it's better to start fresh, because the color doesn't mix.
I mean, the gel food coloring.
The gel,
like
yeah.
gel based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make some down the middle first.
Do you have a trick for spacing out? Like, do you follow any kind of rules, or do you plan it ahead, or do you just?
Well, I kind of do it by eye, but I am gonna try to do like 4 down the middle, and then I'm gonna do 3 on each side so that they're staggered. But it is mostly just by eye.
Mary Jean is asking if we know Sugar Prism. I don't know that brand. Do you, Amber?
No, maybe it sounds kind of familiar, but I don't know what they make. What is it?
Sugar Prism. Life is too sweet to eat ugly treats. That's their tagline. It's the world's first tasty opaque edible acrylic paint.
Oh, I'm gonna have to try that. That's exciting.
Shop. I believe, I believe it's a powder. Yeah, I have not. It sounds familiar, but it's okay. So you use water with this. You don't add alcohol. Oh, they also have in their line. They also have chocolate paint.
Oh, with cocoa.
I assume, yeah. Limited edition. It's not exactly cheap. The chocolate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 7 colors. I'm not sure what the quantity is. It's $78.
7, 8?
7, 8, correct.
I've seen other paint sets that go for that much. They probably last a while.
Okay.
Single paints. I guess these are for. Okay, so they're around $10 each.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's this little thing is like $8.
So they have different, and it's all powder.
And you just mix
water. You use
so
water, yeah.
You probably could mix it with alcohol though if you wanted to, right?
Oh, I think so. But like for anyone who is who can have alcohol, this would be a good alternative. It says that it does say that if you prefer fast drying time, these dry mixes can be diluted with vodka and such. So Everclear is not recommended though.
Oh,
so I guess if you are using it on royal icing, then you need to perhaps use alcohol so it doesn't cause icing to dissolve. There's no pitting.
So the live is available to rewatch later. I see a few like questions for things that were already answered, so you can rewatch it when it's done. And it's every Friday at 1 o'clock. There was a question asking if we do these often. So Friday at 1 Eastern Standard Time, so New York time.
You Amber, you're using, what's the paint you're using, the powder? What is it called?
This is Crystal Colors Black.
Crystal Colors.
It's from sugarpaste.com.
So how many spare cookies do you make? Like, let's say you were doing this and like for the duds, how many duds do you do? Is it always perfect? Do you always get it?
No, I do. I try to keep one.
You have one
extra, like a practice. Yeah.
One. That's it.
I mean, yeah, like, you know, once you've been decorating a long time, you kind of know what's going to work. You know how to fix mistakes, you know, so I don't like to make too many extras because then they just end up doing, you know, sitting there. So like I'll bake extra but I won't always decorate the extras. Like I just keep them there in case I need it.
So you mentioned a mistake, fixing a mistake. How would you fix a mistake?
So sometimes, like if you're painting, not really with black, but with other colors, you can use a damp brush to kind of erase something if you don't like what you did.
Would you wipe it? Like, you're basically diluting the color and then would you wipe it or would you just let it evaporate? What would you do?
I would take a little piece of paper towel and try to wipe it off, but you don't want to put too much water on it because then it damages the icing. Or that, you know, you can figure out a way to like cover up a mistake. But if I'm doing something, well, like for this one, I'll show you, like this design, I didn't like how these roses turned out. So I started with like a lighter kind of a gray base and then I went over it with the black. Okay. But you can't really see like the contrast in the petals or whatever. So I like it better like that. But so this is like my extra.
That's your prototype.
Yeah. So for this one, like, you know, I only make cookies for tutorials in my blog or whatever. So this one, I'll just have like a corner of it showing in the photo. So even though there's like this part here that I don't like this isn't going to be like my center cookie in the picture. And I'll give it to somebody to eat it because the people eating it don't.
The ugly cookie. So who gets the ugly cookie? Who gets the dud?
Either my brother or my dad or one of them. They eat them. I also bring them to my daughter's school to eat.
Thank you,
now
Yara.
I'm using the less concentrated frozen here. Okay.
Oh, your camera's frozen.
Am I back?
Well, you're moving. So June would like you to talk it through, like what, you know, your process, kind of explain what you're doing. Give us
your method of painting, June is asking if you have it.
Oh yeah, like, so I'm just using the dust mixed with the alcohol. At this point, I'm using the less concentrated dust to just make like a little base for my leaves. This definitely takes practice to do it. So you can practice this on just regular paper, or if you have any extra iced cookies lying around, you can practice on that.
Have you ever tried to do this with a marker? Do you think this could be done with markers?
Yeah, I have done it with a marker, but I feel like the lines are too sharp.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of like how they're like a little bit, I I don't know, berry, I guess, with the paintbrush
Okay.
to eat.
Harry says that it's been difficult to find higher content alcohol. Would rum with 75% proof work for this kind of dust painting? I don't know if rum wouldn't lend the flavor.
I used to use rum because it was the only one that I could find. It was
Okay.
Bacardi 151 I was using, and it was fine. So yeah, rum is okay to use. And it's such a small amount that you're using, like just a few drops, and it evaporates so fast that there's no like flavor. I don't know about covering the whole cookie with it though, you know, if you were like painting the whole surface gold or something, if that would
Oh, yeah.
affect the flavor.
Amy's asking if you have any favorite brushes for detail.
Yeah, so I'm just using, for the detail, I like to use artist brushes. And then for doing things like brush embroidery, which I'm gonna do in a few minutes, I use Wilton decorator brushes. So I use that 5-piece set. So like, you know, I'll just go to Michael's and go to the art supply section for my brushes for small details like this. I don't have any particular like brand that I like. I have tons of brushes that I just kind of, you know, use all of them. So now I'm going back to the more concentrated black, and I'm just gonna make a little vein in the middle of the leaf and then sort of outline it. I'm not outlining the entire leaf, just one side.
So Olga wants to know why you're not using green for the leaves.
So I'm using just only black here because green wouldn't really show up on red. And I'm sort of thinking of this as like a print, you know, like if you were to get this pattern on fabric, it's like an all black print on red fabric.
So the colors are not completely opaque. They're like translucent. So if you have a dark color like you're working on, right?
Yeah. So green, yeah, wouldn't really show up on this color, or it would look kind of like brown.
Yeah, it would look muddied.
But yeah, if this were on a white cookie, I'd probably do like a pink rose and green leaves.
Mary Jean's asking your bristles of your artist brush. Is it like natural? Like, you know, like I think they use some horsehair or different
Yeah,
things.
I don't think this is natural.
No.
I think those are like more expensive, I think. I don't know. I'm not really like an expert on like types of brushes, but I don't go for the like really pricey ones.
Oh, I want to ask, how do you clean them?
Just soap and water and then lie them flat to dry so that the water doesn't, you know, chip the paint off.
You mean the handle?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has happened to me. So ever since I just use the handles that are plastic.
Yeah, that's a good
Try to
idea.
use those because it would chip.
Hi, Judy. The thing is, when you're painting hand with 150 proof, there's no germs.
Yeah.
They're already clean. Nothing lives on that.
I'm using the concentrated black to just put little dots in between.
Have you ever tried to use like, you know, like the nail tool, that dotting tool? Have you ever tried that?
No, I have not tried that, but I need to get one of those.
Oh, you mean for is it a mandala tool?
No,
do you mean the one that has different points?
it's a dot.
Like
The dotting tool for the for painting, you mean?
for like nail art, you know.
Okay. I guess we are talking about, okay, you mean nail art, I mean something else. Okay.
All right, so now I'm gonna use, this is like,
Okay, yeah, I think we mean the same thing. Okay.
I'm sure that you could use it for different things, a dotting tool, but in this particular, like little dots like she's doing, I was thinking nail art as well.
Mm-hmm.
So small, but I think you could get bigger ones, smaller ones, whatever.
okay, so now I'm just drawing an outline with my scribe tool about a 1/4 inch in. I mean, you could just leave it like this too, but I'm going to add brush embroidered border to this.
Your scratching shows up really nice on the red. Usually
Yeah.
it doesn't show up that much.
Yeah. And now I'm going to use black stiff consistency icing with a tip 2. And I'm just going to make a little ruffled edge. And now I'm going to use the Wilton square tip brush, if I can find it. Dipping it in some water and blotting it on a paper towel just to get the excess water off there. And then I'm just going to brush the icing right up to that line that I just made. So this is brush embroidery, just to make like a little lacy kind of border all the way around. And I'm working in small sections because I don't want it to dry before I have a chance to brush it. So you don't want to go all the way around with your piping and then try to brush it, because the beginning will be dry by that point.
Andrew is asking, how do you bake such cookies without any cracks?
It's depends on the recipe, I think. If you have a recipe that spreads or puffs up, then the surface will crack. Also, I notice that sometimes if I bake with powdered sugar, the surface kind of has like it's like cracked. I don't know.
Yes.
Do you guys find that?
Yes, I know what you mean.
I never use powdered sugar in my cookie recipe. Sanchia, I'd like you to hold the brush to the camera.
Oh, sure. So this is the Wilton.
I'd say it's like a little less than 1/4 inch, right? Or maybe like,
yeah,
right?
yeah, it's about a 1/4 inch. This comes in the 5-piece set.
With a purple handle.
Yep.
So I know like you're not making the orders anymore, but Irma wants to know, how much is that cookie? What are you charging for that cookie?
You froze a little. I guess there's a.
Oh.
Your
Okay. Okay, you're good.
How much would I charge? So the base price is $6. That's just one layer of icing with 2 colors. And then you add on, this is what I do. I'll just give you my whole thing. You add on $2 for every step involved in the process. So there's brush embroidery, there's painting. If there were more than 2 colors, that adds on to the price. So there's a lot of different things that go into determining how much to charge. And it ends up being, you know, anywhere from $10 to $14 for a cookie.
degrees of painting. I mean, this cookie was painted, like, it was a long time. Like, it's a lot. Like, the whole thing is painted.
Yeah, it takes a while. So if, like, you know, if you're not charging enough for this, it's not going to make you any money. But you really have to love it, because, you know, it's not like you're going to be a millionaire. You could be, I guess. I'm just saying, like, you could be, but like, you have to really do this. Yeah, I'm not, but
You could be, but you're not.
Well, you need to have some minions decorating the cookies for you.
Exactly.
Right?
If you're doing it all by yourself, every step of the process, then yeah, it's a little harder that way.
I mean, if you package it, I mean, if you already spend so much time making a beautiful cookie like that, then you want the packaging to look nice. So
yeah,
I think it's like a Beyonce style cookie.
Yes.
Yes, Karen, you will be able to watch or rewatch our live as always on Facebook and on YouTube as well on our respective channels. It's being streamed to YouTube and Facebook both.
Okay. Brush embroidery is done, and now I'm going to just add a border along the edge of that, the lace that I just did. So I'm just going to follow that line that I drew earlier with the scribe tool.
Is this the same consistency you used for the brushed?
Yes, this is the same icing, same tip. Stiff consistency icing with a tip 2.
Brianna, I'm evidently undercharging.
Yes, Amy's loving it. So's Magda. Karen's saying thank you.
But if you're just starting out, Sweet Sugar Belle has a good pricing chart that I always refer people to. She breaks it down by size and the amount of decoration that goes into. Oh, I'll be back. Here I am. So if you just Google Sweet Sugar Belle pricing chart, you can take a look at that.
Hey, Justin.
Hello, Justin. Somebody's sad. Your cookie's making somebody sad. There's a crying emoji. I don't know.
Well, sorry.
Oh, really? I don't see it.
I think they're sad because they're not getting the cookie.
Yeah.
Very Victorian. So gorgeous, Amber.
Thank you.
And a trick is to pair them with cookies that are less fancy. So you would a few of those and then a few that are more simplistic, right?
Yes, that's a great tip.
Mind, where's your picture that you had of your class here? The black ones there, right? You see the dipped ones you did, right? Those look like
those are very simple, quick. Yeah, that would be like a very. I mean, that would probably be like the lowest tier on the price chart, the dipped cookie. And it looks like, it looks really cool. So, you mix those in and you're good.
All right, so I'm going to move over and I'm going to finish my snow globe cookies.
All right, so I'm going to move. Where's her camera? Oh, there it is.
Okay, so my red icing is crusted, and now we're just gonna have some great old-fashioned fun. Oops. So what I've got here, I've mixed some yellow royal icing, and I did in fact mute it down with a little bit of ivory, like Amber was suggesting when you're working with light colors. If I would add black to this, it would probably turn on the shade that I wouldn't like. So this is a rather small pizza. Like I said, I saw this online. So I'm gonna do cheese, and I'm just going to do, like, it's a pizza, so you don't have to really worry about having a straight line or anything. You can make few drips. And I'm going to flood it completely.
I might go make some pizza crust after this live. I think I might have.
And now we're going to, ideally, these could be slightly smaller, but it's okay. I'm just gonna drop it in. So we'll have one pepper and one pepperoni. One pepperoni. Actually, I think I'm going to pick up the pepper. See how easy that was. And I'm going to cut the pepper in half.
Oh.
I'm just going to use the half. And to pick up these small pieces, what you can do, you can dip the tool in icing. And well, this might be a little too big, but oops. And I'm just going to add it. And then maybe one more green pepper here. I can get it there. Okay. So that will be the pizza part. Like I said, these could be definitely smaller. The next thing, I know you're all wondering, what is she doing? Let me just, okay. So let's see, hopefully we can get this done. So I'm gonna do some simple writing on the bottom base. And if you are not sure, or you wanna practice first, so you can definitely use, this is a piece of wax paper that I have here. I've got my black pearl icing here. So we'll close it up here. Okay. And we're going to write, I'm also going to add some nonpareils at the top, but first, so this is gonna go on the bottom here. See? Love at first bite.
Have you ever tried to do writing like that as a transfer? You ever tried?
Oh no, no, not the delicate one. Have you?
No, I'm scared that the thing wouldn't kind of, you know.
Yeah.
I think
That would be really fragile.
I don't know. I think it will be a bit. If it's I've done monograms, but those are a bit bigger. I think this would break easily. So I'm gonna start all the way here. Let's see it works out.
And she is saying she tried to do the writing and it broke.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's very fragile when you're doing font stuff.
Yeah. Wow, your writing is so nice.
Oh, I am going to die. My battery is going to die. Just a second. I thought I had it on a charger. Okay, here we go. It's better.
Han, you know that cake that you did? It was a wedding cake, and you had piped on the side of a cake pan, and you had done like fatter letters. Do you know what I'm talking about? It was a foreign language font.
Oh,
Like,
yes. Oh, it was an Armenian See, I should have placed slice slightly in a more in the center. So, but we can do that again. It was Armenian, but it was done in royal ice. It actually was done in royal icing. It was for the christening. If anyone is from Armenia, they probably know there's like a traditional christening. I don't know if it's a religious poem or what it was. Obviously, I couldn't understand anything, but I printed everything and I did use royal icing, but I had it drying on the baking pan, so it was slightly curved. So then I was able to attach it onto the cake because it was fondant. And if I had to hand cut that, I wouldn't survive because it was a lot of like these. It wasn't even like letters I recognized; they were more like symbols to me. Good memory. I forgot about that cake. So I'm gonna do one more pizza.
So Maxine had a good suggestion. Add an exclamation point in the center.
That's a good idea.
Oh, that's a good idea. It will. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna practice the. Should the exclamation be straight or should it be a heart?
A heart would be cute.
Like a heart?
Mm-hmm.
This is what I often do if I'm not sure. Okay, I'll do a heart.
That's a good idea.
So I'll do a heart. Yeah, thank you. That's a good suggestion. It kind of makes it all balanced there. All right, so the next pizza. What's your favorite pizza, Mar?
Oh, I love like I usually, well, I'm a vegetarian, so I don't have like meat on it. So it's just covered in all kinds of vegetables. Broccoli, not so much on my pizza.
Really?
But
because I do like broccoli with feta though. Like when it's with feta. So you don't like broccoli? Why not?
Broccoli is very wet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, I
so
like.
Maybe. Oh, I see.
It's kind of a little bit too wet. And what about you, Amber? You like broccoli on your pizza?
No, fried eggplant.
Fried eggplant.
Yeah.
Oh, fried. I've never.
Yeah,
really on pizza.
That'd be interesting.
It's really.
And then, how do you cook that? Do you put it directly on a pizza?
I don't cook it. I order it.
Oh,
okay.
Wow,
Oh,
yeah.
Good thinking. Yes, good thinking. All right, so I'm trying to figure out which pepper I'm gonna use. I'm ranking them. And you can make mushrooms. I actually will have a full sheet of templates for the pizza toppings out sometime soon, where I have mushrooms, peppers, what else is there? Olives, pineapple, and things like that. Now we're going to do the bottom again. So I'm going to do the letters. Notice when I'm piping the letters, I always like to mention that the seam on my piping bag is facing my palm. And also I'm using my other index finger to guide. I know you can't see very well because of the lighting here, but we're working on improving that.
So you're hiding basically.
You can't even see, can you?
No, but I'm saying when your icing comes out, you're hiding what would be at the seam, right? You don't like.
Yes, well, what happens when because this icing is not it's not a flat icing. So with tipless bags, the seam.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's more rounded when I do that. Like it comes out nicer. I mean, I think it does.
Okay, mimics a piping tip more. Jeremy says we're confused that we're talking about salad, not pizza. Broccoli doesn't go on pizza.
If you bake the broccoli first, I think it would be good.
Well, I think that's what I used to have. Like we would go to Atlantic City and there was this pizza shop and there was like it wasn't wet or anything. Maybe they grilled it before or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It depends where you get it from.
I guess. One of the nice inventions that like I had a couple of times was Mexican pizza. Like they, you know, like a different taste and stuff. Actually, a local place here puts corn on theirs. I mean, it sounds.
Yeah, I had that. Yeah.
It actually tastes good.
Yeah.
And then there's the whole pineapple debate.
Right. I used to order that all the time when I was in college, but now I don't think I can do it. That sounds not good.
Oh, the pineapple? Oh, yeah, you outgrew it?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to use white icing, and we're just going to add some nonpareils on the bottom. Ideally, if you have a funnel tray, that would be nice to have. If you don't have a funnel tray, you can use, I'm using a paper towel, or you can also use a coffee filter that works really well for catching all the sprinkles so they don't fly everywhere on your work surface. And I'm just going to add some icing here. This is just white icing. It's the same icing that I used on the glass part of the globe. And we can add a few dots here and there. We'll see how it goes, if it's gonna cover up everything or, oops. This is, I'm using, these are white nonpareils, fun cakes. It's a, I don't know, it's a brand that I picked up here.
I remember you used the little watermelon sprinkles. Remember, it would be good if they made pizza versions of those.
Oh yeah, maybe they do. I'm sure. I'm positive they probably do. If not, they can start. So you want to make sure that see what's happening. If you add these sprinkles on the cheese, it's going to stick to it because the cheese hasn't the chance to dry yet.
Well, it doesn't look like it's sticking so bad. It doesn't stick as much as sanding sugar. It doesn't take much for them to not.
I didn't choose the sanding sugar. Yeah, exactly. You can. It's okay. I'm not gonna play with it. So
Cute.
it's your love at first sight. Well, love at first slice cookies that you can use. I just wanted to show. You don't have to have a lot of cutters to do some creative decorating. Well, should I do this one as well? Okay, I'll do this one.
Oh yeah, I have that book, Jeremy, Cookie Source Rex. We've read it several times.
What does the art look like, Amber? Is it actual cookies?
No, it's drawings of cookies, but that would be really cute to have it all illustrated cookies.
Laura of A Dozen or No Eggs Bake Shop, because she used to be A Dozen Eggs Bake Shop. Now she's No Eggs because she turned into a vegan bakery.
Oh, cool.
She actually made cookies for a book. Like she got hired to animate a children's book. So
that's so cool.
I don't remember the title of the book.
So have you talked to her? Are they selling, are they selling the bakery?
Well, maybe we won't talk about it on this live stream.
Yeah, a good idea. Anyway, so you see it's sticking to the letters, but I kind of like it. It's like little snowflakes.
Yeah, it's cute. It adds to the effect.
You definitely want to make sure that it's dry.
All I'm seeing is those heart pizzas. All I'm imagining them as is earrings. That's all I'm seeing is these big earrings, these little pizzas.
Oh yeah, well, we could probably wear that would be cute. You can wear anything. They make so many different earrings. All right, you can take me off the screen.
Okay. Lolita is saying if we miss taking orders.
I miss it, and then
you come to your senses? And then you come to your senses?
Yeah, if I have the urge to start doing it, I'll just make cookies for other people. And that kind of...
Well, the thing is with your two girls, you get it out of your system when you do the big party, right?
Yes.
Big spread for them.
Mm-hmm.
Get it out of your system.
Yeah.
Whatever birthdays of your family, right?
Yeah, other occasions like baby showers for friends and
And the bake sales.
Bake sales, yep. Although the last time I just,
Yes.
got the refrigerated dough and
blasphemy. I can't believe it. Go to the bake sale expecting Sweet Am's cookie.
Yeah.
They get Pillsbury. What's going on here?
Mhm.
Why are we not selling cookies? Because you're watching our videos. That's why.
I mean, just because the people, like when I started doing the tutorials, like how many years has it been? 9 years ago. People were so much more interested in learning how to do it instead of ordering my cookies. So then eventually it became where like the orders were getting in the way of what people like were really wanting from me and my business. So I just went with what was working. But yeah, if like it could have worked out differently, but this is just what people wanted from me, and that's what I enjoy doing.
Life decided.
Yeah.
Are you trying to tell us something, Jeremy? Is the sound of our voices annoying
Oh
you?
my God, I hate my voice. Yeah.
Can't stand it.
The thing is, what I found anyway, after like you say 9 years, it's like 9-10 years for me too. After hearing your own voice so much, it's not like the first time.
Right. You do get used to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so foreign anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get used to it. It's always, if somebody wants to play the video, like if they want to watch it, I'm like, you have to mute it.
Yeah, I don't really enjoy I'm the same. But if I'm just like editing,
you have to listen to it. But I think it's a bit different when if you have to edit the video, then you want to make sure that it does sound okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Here, June is making a point about people wanting donations, donation cookies. I mean, you're right. People, set the bar high of what they want, but you need to control that and, readjust their expectation levels.
Yeah.
Because
I've done that a lot of times, doing the donations and bake sales for local shelters. And I remember we did one, and it was set up on purpose in front of the beer store, and people had it was the amount of people that went to buy beer, yet they had trouble buying $2 cookies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it wasn't a good look. Like I actually,
I think it was an excellent location, but it just the beer,
people. You mean they were saving?
I'm not saying that, but yes. It was for a women's center where I used to live. Yeah, a shelter. And then I actually learned that there are homeless children as well in the area where we lived, which was kind of it just was so sad. What is the cookie welcome? Okay, Jeremy.
Well, the thing is, I don't know about you, but Jeremy, but my son and Jessica too was like that. They were cookie snobs. Like Ryan would bring home the cookies he got at school and says, "Here, put this in the trash. Somebody gave it to me at school. I'm not eating this." I was like, "Oh my God, that's so terrible." They have they're used to just the aesthetic. I'm sure the cookie tasted good, but like yours are still small, Amber.
Yeah, they don't know yet.
They don't know yet. Yeah, it's you have to be prepared.
Yes. Well, the thing about bake sales is often people expect to pay not a lot, and so even if they're the people who price the stuff, I find they underprice. I mean, you go to a coffee shop, a cookie is $2 at least. So why would you charge 25 cents?
I did so many auctions to help, and then when I learned how much they sell the cookies for, I was like, "Are you kidding?"
Oh.
Like a whole platter for like $10. Like they did not. People a lot of times they don't know how much time, and that is not their fault. They don't know how much time goes into creating cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a question, and then we'll wrap it up. Lori wants to know, Amber, you used the Jolly Ranchers the other day.
Yeah, the Jolly Ranchers. I mean, I've never used isomalt for that, but I think we were talking about how isomalt's not really an edible product, like not really meant.
I mean, it is edible, but if you eat too much of it, you can have
like it'll
diarrhea issues.
Right.
Yeah, and if you're feeding it to children, you don't even want to risk it.
I mean, if it's a lot of it, I personally, the ranchers, they tend to what's the word, weep?
Okay.
Oh yeah, there was a little bit of that around the edges, but
they tend to do that. But you can easily amend that by using the lacquer finish, not the edible lacquer finish. Sorry, edible lacquer finish.
So I have to comment on this, Colleen. I'm sorry. This is something that, like, for the bake sales, yes, I understand it's for profit. Not for profit, it's like for us to profit. But then I may as well bake 300 chocolate chip cookies instead of 12 decorated cookies. So if they're going to go for 25 cents, they don't have to be fancy. You just donate a plain cookie then. So because if I'm sending my decorated cookies to a bake sale, they better be at least $3 or you're never seeing me again. At the bake sales anyway, right? Like, ugh, my heart can't take it.
Well, it takes a lot of time. I mean, yes, it's for donation, and like I said, I've done a lot of those, and I'm happy I did. But I rather not know then how much they sold them for.
Yeah, give you carpet.
Because if I spend 2 days on cookies and then they're sold, then.
Well, I'd rather.
I mean, they could have, yeah.
I'd rather donate $20 to the event.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yes.
Because you want the organization to make the money from your work, and I mean that's the whole point, so that the organization can benefit from it. And
exactly, because if you're going to charge,
how did it start with the baking sales? People were asking if we were selling.
Yeah, and then it's just a topic. Like, I mean, people. June said people are asking for donations, and it's always the case. Doesn't matter what kind of business you are, people want stuff for free. Anyway, so there was a question about what's happening next live. So first thing, we're rotating. So I think I'm up next since I did decorate today. And then who else is decorating? Do I have the calendar?
I think I am.
You are, Amber? So it's me and Amber.
When is it? Next week? Yeah, I won't be here.
Oh.
Next week. Yeah, I have a class, so I have to
Okay. And so we don't know. Do you know? I don't know.
I don't know. Something Valentine's Day, though, I think, right?
Yeah, exactly. Valentine's Day, but no specifications. Like, it'll be what it'll be.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks, everybody. And the live stream can be rewatched if you want to catch up, like, any details you missed, you can rewatch it. So see you next Friday, ladies.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.